My name's John Ivers. My address is Bruceville, Indiana, and I have 2 roller coasters in my backyard. A long time ago, when I was a child in Vincennes, there was a little carnival called Uncle John's Kiddie Land. And that was the first roller coaster ride I ever went on. But I always had that in the back of my mind. That was a fun thing to do.
John's always been the kind of person that looks for something fun to do. And if it's physical activity, it's even better. You know, fast and furious, let's have a good time. He always was looking for something to do with metal or whatever's around, you know, and he likes roller coasters.
The idea popped into my head one day and I just started thinking about it. One thing led to another. Everybody had a good chuckle about it, you know, but after about a year's hard work, they saw I was going to do it.
So I didn't know how far it was going to go or how extensive or how realistic it would be to start with.
I got the material from where I worked and I was able to purchase it a little bit at a time. I started with a 10-foot section of track here on Sawhorses in my shop and experimented with that and built the car on that section of track and just kept building section after section and putting it together. But I knew enough to know that the car's not supposed to come off the track, so you put, you know, wheels top and bottom and side, keep it on the track that way. And the rest of it was just trial and error on the height and the loop and just putting it where I wanted it and making it work, and it turned out pretty good. I got the lift hill and the downhill and the loop sitting here, and at that point I didn't know if it was going to work or not, so we had to try it out. I had a piece of plywood laying out here and the car just ramped off the end of the track and landed on that plywood. I just kind of pictured it in my mind, how I wanted it to come down here and go through a loop and then somehow get back to the start.
He was building the roller coaster when I first started dating his daughter, and they were talking about his dad was out in the garage building a roller coaster, and it was probably a month or 2 months before I actually went out and saw any of the progress. You know, until I saw it, I couldn't believe it, and then it's like, wow, that's crazy. It was definitely a little scary because it was the first time ever being on a roller coaster. You know, I was hanging on for dear life, and a little skeptical about the loop and everything, but you know, once I got on it, I was hooked, just like, you know, John always says, once you get on it, you're hooked. So it was a blast. I'm the only one that'll ride it with no hands.
When our first granddaughter rode it, she wasn't very old and scared me to death.
Me and John got her on it when she was real little. She wanted to try it out. We used to like push it backwards and just kind of get it at the top of the hill and just let her go. And she was feeling pretty daredevilish, and you know, me and John's always up for some trouble. So we let her get on it, and we turned it on, and her mom saw her going up the track, and she freaked out, started running down here, and she was already going up the hill, so it was too late. There wasn't nothing more she could do about it. So she went for it, and we told her, hold on. All you gotta do is just hold on. She went down that hill and through the loops. She had a blast.
I built the first one for my kids and grandkids and for all of us to play on. But the grandkids were still little toddlers then, and I knew it was pretty much an adult ride. So I had to build the second one, build a little kiddie ride for the little kids to ride.
Well, my grandpa is fun. He's exciting.
He's really fun to like hang out with.
He's old. He's kind. He's loving. The roller coasters are fun and exciting. My favorite thing about it is the loop-de-loop.
I really like the roller coasters. Like, they're really fun whenever we all get together.
I think I've ridden them about 1,000, I don't know, a lot of times.
Everybody knows where the Blue Flash is in Knox County, and it's brought a lot of people in our lives, a lot of people that enjoy having a good time.
There was a guy come by one day, wanted to take pictures of it and put it on his website. And after that, it really started snowballing and getting attention. And
I have several albums. I started from day one of him building. I've always taken pictures of everything we ever do. I don't want to forget any moment.
we was live on the Today Show.
Right.
They were here like at 4:30 in the morning one morning and had this backyard lit up like daylight. They had a satellite truck out here, and that was a pretty big deal. Ripley's Believe It or Not was here and filmed. That was a big deal. They spent a big long day that one day out here. Went and rented a high lift, got way up high in the air. HGTV was here, Offbeat America's show. French artist came here to write it. He said, "This is art. This roller coaster is art." There's been about 3 Japanese crews here. The Japanese people love roller coasters. You say roller coaster, man, their eyes light right up. See, that's one of the most unique experiences that I've had, is talking to someone from Japan in my yard. He's never been to the country before, doesn't even speak English. Japanese comedian. He was the biggest Japanese guy I've ever seen. He rode it a couple times anyway, and it'd come through the loop and wouldn't go no farther. It just kind of stopped on the track there. And he'd be like, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, "Well, you're too big. You shouldn't be on the thing anyway, you know." So many TV things, I can't even remember them all. I have to write them down.
There are lots of people that are fascinated with them. They come here, they want to see them, they want to play, they want to have fun.
We're always in looking for something kind of weird off the wall.
On whatever route where we go, we're trying to like see certain things. And when we saw Backyard Roller Coaster, it was like, to me, that
all about that.
they're super hospitable. You roll up and it's literally someone's backyard. So you're like, is this okay? You know, you're like, obviously they've had a few people like us roll up before, and so it
Very
was,
kind, generous.
It was really awesome.
Open.
They built a roller coaster in their
Roller coaster.
backyard.
Gotta be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, for an old country guy that knows how to weld and throw something together like that, it's just been amazing. The people that's been here and the good times we've had over it.
Roller coaster, both of them have brought a lot of people in our life. It's given us the opportunity to talk about good things and not bad things. Gives us the opportunity to suggest to other people something cool you like, go learn about it. You probably can do it too.
It's all about having fun and showing people a good time, and you know, there's maybe not so much of that in the news anymore.
And it's amazing to both of us that it is that big a deal, that has that been that fascinating to so many people to go that far. You know, we're just 2 simple people. Everybody likes a rush in life, and here it is.
I'm going to retire, and I'm going to start doing some painting on the roller coasters, some long needed upkeep, you know, and now I'm just going to slow down, take life easy. Peace. Have fun. Go ride a roller coaster.